Okay, so I'd like to invite the next speaker, but before I invite the next speaker, there is something I'd like to brief. I've read somewhere that countries' progress or development relies on self-reliant and innovation. So next company is all about innovation. It's an Indian-based company. The product developed is also from India and with the people from India. And today, they are also doing a product launch, right? So on that note, I think we should give them a big round of applause for taking that initiative and also putting, helping even in the progress of the country. So that's what I had to say. On that note, I'd like to invite Rahul Kalidindi, who is the CEO and founder for Akrivia HCM. Can we welcome him with a big round of applause?
Hello. I'm audible? Yeah, sure. So, very good evening to everyone, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for making time to attend this event today despite the rain and all the chaos here in Mumbai. And I really hope that you will be able to take away a few key points from the session today. So, like Sandeep was mentioning, we are launching our product today in Mumbai, and I'll just give you a brief overview of our story so far. So to give you a brief background of our story, so we started our company in the year 2016, and in the year 2017 we started building our first product called FactWin. So it comes from my engineering, my background in mechanical engineering and product design. So FactWin is an acronym for Factory Twin. So we are one of the very few players in the world that has drivers for collecting data from controllers on the factory floor, and then we channel this data to the cloud and then give you real-time analytics on the cloud, like OE KPIs and other KPIs like downtime and things like that. So that was the first product, and today we have customers like Gota Jacobit, Tata Hitachi, Daimler, etc. for this product. So while we were implementing this solution to a lot of enterprise customers in the year 2018, 2017, we had to integrate with a lot of HRMS systems there. So to get employee data and factory floor, personnel data to kind of sync with our system. So that's when we observed that the HR ecosystem was moving from on-prem to cloud, and there was a lot of areas where it could be improved. So in early 2018, we started building our second product, which is Akrivia HCM. So right from day one, our focus was to build something for enterprises, which is why it took us about 4.5 years to build this product and launch it today. We have close to 250 engineers who work on Akrivia HCM, and from day one, we built a framework called the EPIC framework. EPIC is an acronym for Product Innovation, Customer Centricity, and Organizational Enablement, and which is what I'll get into in the future slides. And the EPIC disruption framework is something that is kind of core to every single thing that we do, whether it's any business process that we introduce, any feature that we build, it's very core to what we do. So like I mentioned, it's an acronym for Product Innovation, Customer Centricity, and Organizational Enablement. So coming to product innovation, it has 5 facets that we like to explain. First one is breadth. So we are probably the only HRMS provider today that provides the entire employee lifecycle without any third-party integrations. We have a very full-fledged LMS, multi-country payroll, a very comprehensive engagement module, and a lot of breadth in even core modules like leave attendance and payroll. The second one that I mentioned is depth, and I'm sure all of you are aware that enterprise level depth is very different from, say, an SMB level depth, right? Which is what it took us, the reason it took us so much time to build the product was also to give the depth that enterprises that are located across geographies can use the system. So today I can certainly say that our product from a depth level is on par with the best enterprise products across the world. The third one is user experience, and currently every product has this USP like user experience, right? So, but it's basically just colors or some fancy looking UI. But our user experience that we have designed has been more towards user research, making the UI intuitive, and our goal has always been to, and we're still working towards that goal of making HRMS systems not just from an end user perspective, but from a HR perspective and also a tenant management perspective, manageable by the client and require no training. So that is what we feel is intuitive and user experience, and that is what our core focus has been, and that is what differentiates us from a lot of other enterprise products that exist in the market today. The fourth one is technology and AI. So, see, at the core, we are a technology company, and because we started off just 4 years back, our tech stack and our foundation is very strong for machine learning. So, we have our databases that run on GraphDB, which is a machine learning focused database. We have microservices. We have microservices essentially allow you to scale at whatever level you want. And then we use a data warehousing system called AWS Redshift, which is a data warehouse. So not just does it help us bring you analytics, but it also allows you to connect with your analytical tools like Tableau or Power BI and get data from different systems like financial systems, non-systems, and get analytics. And I would also say that because we have such a modern tech stack, not only does this enable machine learning, but it also enables us to kind of give features very, very quickly. So the architecture of a product is very, very critical to release features quickly, which is why we currently release features every 2 weeks. And I think that is a testament to our tech stack. And I could always share more details on the tech stack as well. The fifth one is, and a very important part here is integration readiness. I'm sure you're aware that, especially in the enterprise landscape, there are multiple systems. There is a ERP system, there is a financial system, there is even in the HRMS landscape, there could be an engagement system, there could be a learning system. So there are disparate systems currently in existence, and definitely having proper integrations with systems is essential. And currently, if you have to do that, you have to do that through Delboomi or MuleSoft or any other third-party integration tools which allow you to do that. So we built our own iPaaS, integration platform as a service, so through which we have almost 150 plus pre-built connectors from SuccessFactors, Workday, Oracle, ADP, NetSuite, etc. So you can have seamless data that flows both ways immediately. And at the same time, this also allows us to give modules separately, sell modules separately, and then integrate with your existing systems as well. The last one of our product innovation part is the price. So though we've built the product for the world's largest organizations, for India, which is a very price sensitive market, we believe in pricing it very aggressively. And I can tell you that we are probably the most affordable enterprise HRMS product in the market today. Can you move to the next slide, please? Got it. The previous one? Sure, thanks. So the second part of the EPIC framework that I was mentioning to you is the customer centricity slide, right? So it consists of, again, 5 parts here. The first one is value identification. So right from our pre-sales process, we believe in adding value to the customer, and unlike a lot of other companies where they promise a lot and deliver less, we in fact, even before we give a quotation or a proposal, we do a very comprehensive pre-sales solutioning, where we have all of our pre-sales consultants are tier 1, tier 2 MBAs who kind of show you the value the product is providing, see how it's aligning with your existing business processes, and then kind of showing you the ROI that we will be generating even before we get into an implementation phase. The second one is expert solutioning. So just like pre-sales, our implementation teams are also tier 1, tier 2 MBAs who have a background in HR. So our implementation process is not a transactional approach, it's more of a consulting approach where we look at all the business processes and try to align them with the product, but also provide you workarounds or try to make the processes more efficient, because at the end of the day, we're doing a digital transformation, not a digital transition. So the goal is to transform and make processes more simple and easier for the end user. The third one is swift implementation. So because of our very comprehensive pre-sales and solutioning processes that we have, the implementation times are 6 to 8 weeks, because again, there is no ambiguity once we come into implementation. Everything is very clear before we come into implementation, which is why we're able to deliver implementations in as less as 8 weeks. The fourth one is going beyond. So it's to do with our customer success process. So we believe that our customer success is directly proportional to our product success, which is why our customer success teams not just help you with raise tickets or give you support in terms of using the product, but their approach is more towards driving adoption, product adoption, driving change management wherever necessary, and also updating you and appraising you with every feature that we release, and try to make you use those features in order to achieve the most ROI from using our product. The fifth one and final one in the customer centricity part of our EPIC framework is the customer reinforced roadmap. We understand that though HRMS is industry agnostic, requirements and challenges for every industry are very different, and there are features that are very, very industry specific and geography specific, which is why our product roadmaps are reinforced by our product managers continuously speaking to our customers and our prospective customers. So we have a very customer focused roadmap, and these roadmaps are not 6 months or 1 year down the line, but our roadmaps typically deliver in 1-2 months. So even if you don't have a feature which you feel is essential, we typically try to deliver it as soon as possible. So the final part of the EPIC framework is organizational enablement part. So we talked about the customer centricity and the product, and now how is it enabling you as an organization? So the first one that we wanted to achieve from an organizational level was automation at scale, because for large enterprises there are a lot of unique policies and workflows for different geographies, different types of employees, and first goal was to automate all transactional tasks and eliminate slack and improve turnaround times in the transactional part of HR. The second one is best practices. I'm sure you understand that, or you're aware that HR is a very progressive field in terms of HR best practices. So you have every now and then you have different things that keep coming in, like OKRs or chatbot powered surveys or talent marketplaces, or say there's a gig. So you're always on the run for new features, new modules that typically create value to your employees and the organization. So as an HRMS suite, we provide all these things as and when it becomes relevant, which again enables you to implement best practices in your organization. The third one is employee experience design. So designing the perfect employee experience right from being interviewed as a candidate to leaving the organization is very critical today, and this is just not UX, it's about configuring the right policies, tailoring the employee experience based on his profile is essentially what you can do with our product. The fourth one is analytics. So currently the market today typically offers descriptive and diagnostic analytics, and we obviously offer that through our 100 plus analytics, like quality of hire, attrition rates, learning effectiveness, and etc. And other things, and you can compare them across hundreds of fields, dimensions that we offer. But something that we are working on, which is probably one of industry's first, is our predictive and prescriptive analytics framework called the Signal Framework, where we currently have about 10 signals which are predictive in nature, like attrition risk, interview performance, interview scorecard, goal completion probability, which I will get into, I think, a little bit more detail when I get into the module. The fifth one is machine learning and deep learning powered insights for employees. So with the signals framework and analytics, it's more of a organizational level view that people get, and you get to make decisions. Whereas from a user perspective, you have learning recommendations, you have goal completion nudges. These things are also part of the machine learning and deep learning framework, but that get given to an employee. So we offer 20 plus modules across the entire employee life cycle, and we are hosted on AWS. We are ISO 27001 certified, which is the information security standard. We are GDPR compliant and also SOC 2 certified. So any best practice in terms of security that any SaaS product in the world follows, we follow the same process. So briefly I'll get into the modules without taking too much time. A small video will play on when I speak about these modules, just to give you a brief understanding of, I think, what we've built in real time. So this is the employee management module. So we offer custom fields with validations, enabling collection of all types of employee data in one place. We offer custom roles for add, edit, view privileges for all modules, submodules, so that you can customize them as per the flexibility for org policies. We have reporting structures with even 10-level reporting structure with matrix managers, line managers, cross-function reporting, department heads, BU heads, and so forth, so on. Similarly, from a notification standpoint, we have you can configure all sorts of notifications to different stakeholders with CC lists, including all channels like WhatsApp, or web app, or mobile app, SMS, and email. So I'll just wait till the slide is completed because you just get a brief overview of our Employee Foundation product here, module here. So we have position management where we have multiple staffing models for position management. We have employee delegation, which is being shown here. So any feature with respect to employee foundation, employee management is pretty much available here. The second module that I would get into is the recruitment module. So we have a very comprehensive module where we have a system integrated with job boards like Naukri for job posts and resume pooling. We also have our AI-powered parser for resume parsing, resume match, resume recommendations, job applicant recommendations on the career page. We also have integration with third-party assessment tools like HackerRank. We are also integrated with MS Teams and Zoom for interview scheduling, Outlook calendar integration for interview availability checking. And we also offer bulk offer letter generations with hundreds of custom tags so that you can generate your offer letters in bulk. For compliance purposes, we have digital signature integrations with eMudra, Zoho Sign, and DocuSign for offer letter confirmations. So here you can see you can schedule interviews and then you can select a list of interviewers, check their availability through the Outlook calendar, and they can update their. Similarly, offer letters also can be released on the go. And all the tags are predefined available. There are hundreds of tags, so nothing manually needs to be added while you're generating offer letter, reducing your time. And this is the candidate portal where he can accept and do a lot of things, a lot of other tasks that we've enabled. We have our basic analytics for recruitment as well, which you can see here. And these can be compared across a lot of dimensions that we offer. So we have a onboarding module as well, which is we are able to assign custom workflows with different candidate and stakeholder tasks. Tasks like offer letter acceptance, document upload, BG check verification integration, any pre-engagement activities can be added here. Again, this is again to the candidate experience to increase your offer acceptance ratios. So you can add a lot of custom tasks, and these tasks can be performed by employees, performed by the application as well. So it will depend upon the task. When it comes to leave or absence management, we have custom widgets, custom dashboards that you can configure for the HR. We have custom accruals for probation confirmation. Again, these can be configured based on age, experience, or any other custom field that we have in the system. We have very, very complex leave sandwich policies that can be configured. We also have n level of parallel or sequential workflows for these leaves. Again, leave application process is also very simple and clear. We've ensured that with our user experience. So we have different workflows for canceling, for applying. So any number of reporting chains can be created for different workflows. Similarly, we have analytics for leave as well. This is the descriptive and diagnostic analytics part that we're showing for each module. Coming to the next module, time and attendance, we offer obviously seamless integrations with all biometric systems and custom dashboards like we offer for leave management also. We also have continuous punch-in for sales and marketing employees. We have selfie and facial recognition punch for work from home employees from mobile. We offer split shifts, flexi shifts, auto shift allocation for accurate in and out punch identification, which is a challenge for operations that run 24/7. We have auto OT calculations, and all of these things are integrated with payroll seamlessly, so nothing manually has to be added. Here you can see sending this data to payroll, and even if it's sent to payroll, unless the payroll has been logged, you can keep sending it, and so that any changes or corrections can be performed at any stage. Any employee can look at all these attendant details at a glance with all the punches, and this is a real-time thing, so as soon as you punch in, data are calculated based on that, and in real time an employee can look at his punch and attendance from the web app or the mobile app. We similarly have analytics for the time attendance module as well, which can be used. The next module is payroll. So coming to payroll, we are probably the most automated payroll product in the market today, and we have compliant payroll for not just India, but for about 7 countries in Southeast Asia and the Middle East as well. So we offer flexi benefits management, loan management. We have a lot of statutory automatic reports that get generated like PFECR, ESI, TDS forms like 24Q, Form 16 with digital sign integration. And the main part is that we offer very configurable components and salary structures. So with a custom logic builder, so any sort of calculation that you would want to build a component is pretty much possible in our system. We are also fully integrated with our full and final module for seamless end of benefit calculation and payout. So all of this data can come automatically as well, as you can see, or you can manually add them as well. So payroll has a lot of inputs, which you can see on the left side, where you can manually add things, or they can be fed into the system through different modules like expenses and other modules that we offer. Once the bank transfer is done, we also have integrations with a lot of financial systems for your JVs. So any JV or GL generation can be done and sent to your system for getting. Right. So the next product module that we have is performance management. So we offer all the modules in performance management. We offer appraisals, the appraisal module with configurable appraisal steps like self-review, manager review, acknowledgement, and any custom rounds with standardization, normalization. We offer 2 performance management frameworks. One is the balanced scorecard, and the other one is the OKR framework with cascading and alignment. For continuous performance management, we offer one-to-one meetings and continuous feedback. We also have separate modules for 360-degree feedback, succession planning, and performance improvement planning, which makes us probably the most comprehensive PMS in the market today. Here you can see the OKR alignment on the screen. So this is the performance appraisal process where you're configuring it based on start date, end date, who to include, eligibilities, and all of that. Timelines can also be fed in here, and then you can override timelines, a lot of other features to make it more easy to use. Reviewers also, you can have multiple levels of reviewers and then choose how much weightage to give to each reviewer as well. And the steps in the appraisal process are also all configurable. So if you want competency review, you can add competency review. If you want performance potential, you can add that. If you don't want to add that, you can disable that. And you can make this specific to specific employees as well. Once the final rating is done, you then have standardization, normalization based on, again, the org requirements. So we have a separate 360-degree feedback module, and which is not part of the appraisal process, because it's a very comprehensive module that gives you not just feedback data, but more of an analysis as well. We have PIP as well, so anyone who's not performing up to your expectations, you can put them on a PIP plan and regularly review their tasks. And then we have succession planning as well. So all critical roles, you can mention which roles need successors, and then they can add different characteristics to those things, and then you can have always a pipeline of people who can replace. You can also identify key skills and then add them into performance pools or succession pools, and groom them and then compare them and see who's a better fit for succeeding in that role. The next module is a learning management system that we offer. So we are probably one of the only products in India that offers a learning management system that is on par with any standalone LMS tool across the world. So you can create self-paced courses, blended courses, even classroom courses, manage them. We're also compliant with SCORM and XAPI for third-party content. You can configure quizzes, surveys, assignment for courses, give trainers access to grade them and then make them available to your employees. We also have our AI-based insights here for learning recommendations based on the career path that the employee wants to choose and also the organizational requirements. So here you can create batches, you can generate certificates, you can add validity to those certificates if it's a security training and things like that. So we have both nomination and self-nomination, manager nominations. Again, when you're configuring the training, you can set up all these things in the configurations. You can add prerequisites for each courses with respect to skills and competencies, and post skills and competencies also can be updated. Feedback from both the trainer and trainee can be taken. Again, this helps you in understanding the learning effectiveness and the trainer effectiveness as well. All of these things can be done from the mobile as well. The next module is the Rnr module that we have, so which is the rewards and recognition module. So you can configure awards with custom frequency, nominations, and you can generate certificates. We also have a peer recognition platform with social feed to recognize and appreciate employees instantly, which again enables to build a collaborative performance culture. We're also fully integrated with a lot of redemption platforms. So we're integrated with Zozo Day for immediate redemption as well. I think here you can see the peer recognition platform where people can share points, and these points can then be used to redeem on Zozo Day. So the next module is our engagement module. We offer the most, like I said, very comprehensive engagement module. We can run surveys based on life cycle events and even engagement surveys based on drivers. So our incident surveys, which is the life cycle events, can be triggered automatically during key life cycle events, like after 1 year of completion, 1 year of experience, or after getting an appraisal, or after getting promoted, to understand the employee sentiment and take required interventions if necessary. Our driver-based engagement surveys can be configured to run based on selected groups throughout the year. And more importantly, our NLP and machine learning provides you with responses with respect to sentiment, keyword extraction, and essentially enables you to identify key root causes across thousands of responses so that you can act on these responses in real time. Our module also provides you with employee risk based on survey analysis to take swift action and retain critical talent. So we have our mobile app as well, which provides access to all of our critical modules. Employees can punch in attendance, apply leaves, approve requests, raise tickets, complete surveys, update goals, and much more. We have native apps for both Android and iOS, and our chatbot as well, it comes with voice support to answer your queries. We also have a roadmap to see that all user activities and most critical HR activities can be performed from the mobile app. itself going ahead. So coming to our analytics module, so we offer, apart from a reports module where we offer 200 plus standard reports and a custom report generator to build based on your requirements, we offer a comprehensive analytics module. So like I said, we have our basic descriptive and diagnostic analytics, which you can see here. We have about 150 analytics that can be compared across departments, across designations, across employee types, and so on and so forth, and get all of your analytics data in one place. And then we have custom widgets for the same so that you can pin them based on your requirement. And coming to our predictive analytics part, which we call the signal framework, this is a machine learning powered framework where we can predict a lot of signals. So we predict attrition risk, we predict learning effectiveness, we predict goal completion probability and things like that. So that is something that we're working on, and we are currently adding about 10 signals every month, which can be used to understand the predictive part of analytics, which is where I think the industry is heading in the next 4 to 5 years. So finally, we have our iPaaS module, like I said, which is integration platform as a service, which allows us to, so we have more than 300 plus open APIs, which, and then we have pre-built connectors with, like I said, most legacy systems in the market today. So you can seamlessly two-way send data and receive data from multiple systems, thereby allowing you to not just go with some of our models initially, but also transfer data to your financial systems or any other system, whether it's an on-premises system or a cloud system, in real time. So this is our iPaaS module, which for the access of which is also given to the customer. So finally, we would like to, I would like to urge all the HR leaders here to give us an opportunity to show our product in a little bit more detail, and allow us to transition, allow us to transition you from legacy to next generation of HR tech. So we believe that to reach our goal of becoming the established HR partner for Fortune 500 companies across the world, it's very important that we gain the trust of the HR fraternity in India. So we have something called the Akrivia Ambassador Program, where we want to showcase our product in detail and gain the confidence of HR leaders like you, and understand challenges that your specific industry and geography brings, and build solutions. And I would be very happy to have a discussion with anyone who's interested in enabling us to partner with us to build the HRMS for enterprises across the world. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you for the presentation. Okay, do we have few questions for Rahul? Yes, please.
Hi Rahul.
Hello sir, hi.
Yeah, I'm Ashwini. I'm representing IIFL. Good software, and I think it is very flexible. And when you're talking about microservices, I know it will be scalable as well as very much adaptable as well. I want to understand, my database is there in the Microsoft Azure. You are providing me the iPaaS module, wherein I can integrate API to and fro, and I can consume data. I can also, receive data and throw the data also. Now, all database, business data, all transactional data, all HRMS data is in Azure. You are in AWS.
Right.
And you are using Redshift or maybe the SageMaker for the predictive analytics and all. Maybe.
Not SageMaker, but we have our own internal
algorithms. Okay, fine. Right. So if that is the case, not only the HR insights, I also want to integrate the business insights, business data, and see the correlation between the various KPIs from business and HR parameters. So how seamless it will be So that I would like to see.
True, sir. So currently we only offer, like I said, our analytics data can be taken from us and used on a third-party system to, kind of bring this business perspective to things.
Okay.
But in the future, we are looking at building something like the SAP cloud analytics platform that you have, where you can have sources of data coming in from third-party systems.
Yes.
And then giving you business insights, right? So we're still working on that. Currently, it's more to do with sending our data. If you want to add, say, financial data or something, and then have some analysis over it, you would have to take data from us and put it on a
Third party.
Power BI or
Power BI
something.
or
But in the
Tableau.
future, we would have an alternative where you can bring in data to our system, and just like SAP Analytics Cloud does. But we would bring in the machine learning part as well. But that said, the challenge really is with the frequency of data to bring in machine learning and deep learning into it,
Yeah.
because I'm sure the other sources of data that you're mentioning will not come with the same frequency or
So the
number.
periodicity will be different.
Yeah, periodicity will be
frequency
different. So yeah.
Yeah. But see, thing is, we are, I mean, all HR fraternity. I mean, if you see, we are analyzing data in terms of descriptive diagnostics and all we are doing. But if you talk about the predictive one and also having correlation with the business data, then I think we have to get into that. We have to consume their data to analyze and give better business insights so that we can be more visible in the board. So that also is required, and we can make a big difference in the business decisions.
True.
So for that, I think we need. But of course, I would be interested to see that.
Sure. I
And,
mean, that's definitely on a roadmap, sir. So
Sure.
if we're currently working on analytics from an HR standpoint, and then bringing in more business data from different systems, and then giving you the business perspective. And the goal of having HR on the board is really the goal of any or the pitch that people give. So definitely that is something that we're working on. But yeah, it will take about 6 months to a year.
Data
before-
should value add to the business
Correct.
also, business decisions also. So I think great insights. Thank you, Rahul. All the
Sure,
best.
sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Any other questions for Rahul?
Hi, my name is Kirti. I'm from Apar Industries. It's a very basic thing I want to know about attendance module. We have seen that there are many shifts what we have, and it has been found very difficult with many good systems. They can't identify the shift automatically. Till the time you're not telling that the employee is coming in which shift, it's very difficult to mark the attendance because system doesn't understand which is in a punch and which is out punch. We are from manufacturing industry, so for us it's very important, and for statutorily these requirements are very crucial, and
sure,
there
ma'am.
are some reports which are again statutorily required in the system.
Sure, ma'am. So for this, we have a feature called shift buffer time. So whenever you create a shift, you can create a buffer with respect to till which period you want this to be considered as an in shift and till which period you want to consider as an out shift. So based on that, you can automatically allocate shifts with, I would say 99% accuracy, but there's always going to be when someone has overworked a shift or, the system's unable to understand, which is why we bring in regularization. But I can certainly say that because we have split shift sessions and so many other things, uh, even until and unless there is an overlap of shift, we should be able to clearly identify, with the buffer, we can clearly identify in and out, is what I feel, in our system at least.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hi Rahul, my name is Adhir. I represent Raymond. You mentioned briefly about something called the consulting services. I think one of the issues that we find whilst implementing HCM systems is the kind of change management effort that goes into kind of developing the large ERP systems, etc. The evidence in the market is not there for actually the vendors providing a change management effort to actually make sure that the system gets landed, especially more so in legacy companies where people may or may not have been used to technological interventions. And so how do you actually want to develop that part of the services?
Yeah, so that would be an add-on service that we're kind of planning to add. So that's not part of the standard implementation process. So for organizations that are looking at change management at an org level, right from the highest level of employees to the lowest blue-collar workers, so we have different change management modules which we're developing, which are industry specific, and we will have our consultants who would drive this thing through trainings, through task activities, through presentations, through creating awareness through different things. So we have a change management module that we are kind of building currently, which will be offered as an add-on for organizations that would want to take that route.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other questions for Rahul?
Hi Rahul, this is Manish Kotwani. Rahul, great product. Do you all have any plans to make this product global? Because I heard you said it's restricted to Southeast Asia and Middle East.
Not really. I think I did not come across correctly. So, see, our ultimate goal is to enter the North American market. So, but first we need to establish in the local market and prove ourselves here. So, we have payroll currently for Southeast Asia and the Middle East, but North American payroll is complex because state-wise it changes a lot. So, we're building that. And this is our official Indian launch. So, currently we have about 20 beta customers, paying customers currently, but this is our official launch. In 6 months, we'll be launching, 3 months gap, we'll be launching in Middle East and Southeast Asia officially, and then June of next year is when we would be taking it to the North American market.
Okay. So at this point of time, the core functionalities are in place even for North American region?
Yes.
Great. Thanks.
Except payroll, with our custom fields and everything, it is as good as your success factors or Workday for North America or any other market.
And any active customers there in US?
Not really, sir.
Okay, no
We
worries.
would want to
Thanks.
do that after, like I said, touching about 5 lakh users here in India first. Yeah, sure, thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rahul, for your time and presentation.
Sure,
Can we
sure.
have a
Thanks
big
a lot.
round of applause for this Swadeshi moment?